few years ago we did videos which were quizzes. Not done one for a long time, but started off with Woolton quizzes, and some of the questions were about the shops that used to be here that have changed hands and changed names over the years. And I realised that people who have joined recently probably haven't watched those, but I thought I would just take a trip down memory lane and put them in a video which isn't about a quiz. So let's have a look at some of the shops and some of the changes that have happened in Woolton over the years. Just then I met Ted and his dad. What's his name?
Ted.
Yeah, you're a good lad, aren't you? Hey? Now, in all the excitement, I forgot to ask Ted what his dad's name was. My bad. So let's take a walk down to Woolton Street. Now, one of the questions in the quizzes was, do you remember what these shops were? And I guess we're talking 1950s, 1960s. But one of the things would have been, do you remember what was here before there was any shops? So the answer from left to right, the first shop was Cousins, which was a bakery, cakes and savouries, that type of thing. Next door to that, cash and carry of some description. I don't actually remember what that was, but there's a cash and carry next door. And then Hargreaves. Now, Hargreaves were quite an expensive supermarket type place. And next door to that, Fine Fur. And again, Fine Fur was a supermarket. Now, someone's going to say, and on the opposite side of the road, Jeff, was Tesco's. And it was indeed before Tesco's moved down to the site which was once occupied by Bear Brand. Now, you can probably tell from this photograph that this building is reasonably modern. I remember it throughout the 60s. So it was probably built sometime during the 1950s or possibly the early 60s. So what was there before it? Well, it's these two cottages, and I think that these were places where people lived, but at least one of them was a beer house. Now, I mentioned this before in the videos we did as quizzes, and I always wondered what a beer house was in relation to a pub. And it turns out that a beer house is exactly what it says. Someone would live there, but then open their doors and sell beer. And the basic difference between a beer house and a pub was that a beer house just sold beer, where a pub obviously also sells wines and spirits. I suppose it's a lack of entertainment that everybody just went drinking. Everyone competing for business. Okay, so thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch up soon.